Why didn't you go landscape instead of portrait mode?
Because I want to do portrait mode.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
Oh, for IG?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like on that.
And TikTok.
And TikTok. I don't have TikTok.
Are you eating a cookie? I did not say you can eat a cookie. This is my crack cocaine.
I stole it.
And I am not sharing. I have 10 boxes of those just to myself.
Tase him. See it, Mike.
Would you like to take? You need to tase him. He misbehaved on your show.
It's his show. I'm just the.
No, it's your show
I'm just
too.
the lowly co-host.
Tase him. Tase him. Tase him. Tase him. But hey, let's take it down a couple notches. I just said if you pinch me, I'm gonna tase you. We're even now.
Yeah, no, it's just
Even Steven. No one's tasing anybody else.
I'll accept it.
And so, ladies.
Now I can say I've been tased.
Yeah.
I officially have been tased.
I want to show you. He didn't know that was a weapon. He looked. He was like, she's not wearing green. Blah blah blah. It does not look like a taser. It's a flashlight. This is what I use in real estate because I can look at houses and it's right here in my hand all the time and it doesn't look like a weapon. That's why I recommend that. Taser flashlight.
Real estate tip of the day.
Yep, that was my.
It's okay. I'm gonna walk away with some serious.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be emotionally damaging. I have emotional damage.
I'm like, oh my.
I have some now after being called fat, but I'm good.
Not just once, not just twice.
This is
but
the
3
choices
times
that you've made over the past 50
And you
years.
wrote it in my book too.
I know.
How old are you?
That's a personal question.
No. Here.
Oh my
How old do you think I am?
Well, let's just say if you're 50 years old. I don't know exactly how old you are. For the last 50 years, your decisions of your life have not gotten you that. And he's here to help you get
his
that.
decisions for the past 40 and a half years. So it hasn't been the full 41 years.
But like, I'll be 42 in August.
41 and a half years.
Yeah.
41, you know.
But here's the sad thing. So if Michael's actually going to keep this, because I don't think he is now, he's actually going to keep this 50-year planner, he's going to walk around for 50 years with fatty on the inside.
And then you'll always remember that I cared more about your health than anybody else.
Aww.
And I want you to live for a really long time.
Thank you.
And you're a really good friend.
Reframe.
He was my first broker.
Yeah.
Oh, you broke her?
Other kind of brokering. Yeah. Might be other kind coming, but yeah.
Why does that sound so weird on a sex show?
Broke her.
He's my first broker, yes. Whatever that means to you. But in real estate terms, that means when I got my real estate license, I hung it at his office.
You did.
And his method of teaching was sink or swim, and then I sank. So I just want to make sure that you swim and your life goes swimmingly.
Well, thank you.
And your health concerns me.
She's getting you back. She's like, you left me to dry, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Now we're gonna work on your weight.
Wow.
And I'm going to check in with you every month, make sure you're on a healthy track.
Next time she's gonna show up with a scale.
Ooh.
I actually weigh myself daily.
The gym that I go to took away the scale. I have no idea how much I weigh.
Just buy one.
I don't really need to know. I just go by how I feel. Do I feel really good? Cool.
That's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
So,
I don't need to obsess about that number of my weight.
So for those that have been with us from the very, very beginning of this interview, let's jump all the way back now to your birthday party where you're a celebrity now because you came on the show and your mom, you had like a little tiff and then... See, I'm not high from like last night. We had a show last night and we had some gummies. And, like, I couldn't keep a train of thought. I was like, oh my God, like, I'd ask a question and then like, 2 minutes later I was like, I forgot what I asked you. Just say something and we'll keep the show going. It was so bad.
I really want to see that show.
It'll be out.
Cool.
Yeah.
That one sounds really
2023
funny.
or something.
Yeah, right. In 50 years, all of his shows will come out, yeah.
It's part of the 50-year plan. It's on the last page.
Right, very like that.
It goes backwards, yeah.
So back to you though. Let's hear the rest of the story.
So after I posted the video, the next day I got an email. And this email, yeah.
Who was it from?
It was from my mother. And she also said my father. And so we can go into love languages and how your relationships with your parents reflect on the romantic relationships that you have in your life. So that's why I love positive words of affirmation, and that's why I love attention, because I never got it. Until I went on Topless Talk.
Oh man, you're getting so much attention right now.
And my mother told me how proud of me she was.
Good job.
I know, like check
Which
that
is
out.
what like all I ever really wanted, you know?
She better not.
I just need to like
Back
let
to the
it out.
banana. The banana will distract her again. There, she's back to the banana.
So she shared this with me, and I got teary-eyed too, and she shared this with me, and I was like, what? Like, I actually read the email, and I was like, holy shit, like, it was a very kind email. It was very, very affirmative, and her mom just, like, poured into her just how proud she was, of how smart you are, and how brilliant you are. And then it took a turn, and she's like, but that man on Topless Talk has nothing good for you. He is a filthy, sleazy, slime-sucking.
She must be talking about you.
Oh, he was. She was. Like, she went off.
Nothing
Do you
about
have
the
tissues?
co-host.
No, I don't actually. We did.
How can you not have tissues on a show like this? Oh my god.
Let me go find it. I'll find
I
something.
need
There's some.
tissue.
There's some right outside
Thank you.
the door.
That was like major
The front
healing
desk.
for me because that's like all I ever wanted. So thank you, Ryan.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. See, we are changing lives one show at a time.
Did he know that that was what I wanted?
No, not at all.
He had no idea, but it was like you opened up the secret portal, and what was said needed to be said, and what was said was said, and that's exactly what I wanted and needed.
And so I'm curious now that you.
He has served me efficiently. Thank you.
You're
I'm very happy. I feel so fulfilled, and that's all I ever wanted. And now you want to help families. You helped me. Thank you.
And not just you're very welcome. Yes, and it's not just families; it's individuals.
It's so much.
Yeah. So I'm curious now. You've been able to heal this wound that had been there. Like, how has that affected you in a positive way?
Oh my God.
Like, what you doing? What are you doing?
You should talk to your host about.
Oh my God.
I mean,
He wants to help how many families?
you should start with tissue.
1 million.
Because that's empty.
He wants to help 1 million families without some tissues. Thank you.
Well, I
oh
mean,
my gosh.
It's supposed to be like in a positive sexual way, but yeah, emotionally.
But, like,
healing too. Yeah,
My sexuality is very important.
of course it is.
So this is
And
part
here
of
we
it.
are. Yeah, no, it's.
And women's sexuality really isn't talked about, and you're healing women, and in turn you're healing yourself.
You know,
and we're all talking about it because like we've talked about real estate, yeah, but like our relationships are real estate, and like just taking care of people around you, and it's like being a leader and being a
love
family
that.
person, and
Relationships are real estate because they take
It is.
they take up emotional real estate in your soul.
boom, thank
Yeah. Wow, I'm gonna like write that.
That's
down.
awesome. You have that.
Yeah,
You
you.
feel like a new.
new lease on life.
And then someone wrote on my sign at my land listing.
Oh, I saw
that. Yeah,
People are jerks.
I thought it was awesome actually.
And I was like, they don't know.
I love the way she handled it.
They don't know that I just healed my emotional trauma with my mother. And now,
You're like, this means nothing.
and now I will get my sweet revenge on you and everyone and every man that has ever wronged me
Oh shit.
on this one person that decided to write crazy bitch on my sign. I
Oh, yeah.
Do we know who
am
this person
out.
comes?
You should really go with those other real estate agents that you guys posted on my, because they're like sensible. They like, oh, you draw my face, I draw your face.
Yeah, this agent
I
will tase the shit out of you.
Will get you.
Yeah.
No one. You can talk shit. You
What are you
can
gonna
do
do?
this.
What do you
blah,
do to this
blah,
person
blah.
when you find him?
I have a vengeance to pay. No one draws on my signs.
No one.
I don't care. It could be emotional abuse. It could be physical abuse. It could be all types of different abuse. But the moment you draw on my face,
A
No
swastika
one.
of all things.
a swastika on my forehead,
And devil horns.
horns on my head, crazy bitch on the side of, because I like to do circles and it's like crazy bitch, like, oh my gosh, and a mustache.
That was too far. The swastika and the horns was okay, but the
The
mustache.
horns, yeah.
That was a line
That-
too far.
Now you better beware wherever you are.
That's right.
The mustache.
She's coming for you. Should have done the mustache.
Just when you
And
thought there was
earring.
no cameras at that location.
So was it someone in the neighborhood, or do you think it was like someone that like?
I know who it was.
You do?
For reals?
Yeah.
How'd you figure it out?
Ooh.
Oh, because we had an interaction and he had to get back at me.
Oh. So
And
it
now he
wasn't a
doesn't-
random act of like.
No. So
Oh.
so I go to land listing, I go there, I check it like once a week, of garbage, making sure nobody's living there,
So
and
this was a vindictive act.
and I'm putting up, literally taking tissue paper and putting up community on the side of the fence, okay? Just like whatever. And then there's like I call them campers, but homeless people are in the ravine and they're living down, there's like a little bridge there and I could see their silhouette and I could see that they're there. And so that one of them walks by and I'm like, hi, I'm a real estate agent, like, hey, what's up? And everybody, just say hi to everybody. And he doesn't say anything and he keeps walking. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, maybe just needs to, whatever. And then he goes, shut the fuck up, you stupid crazy bitch, at the top of his lungs.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay.
You yelled out.
And I got the last word, and he was like, no, I'm gonna get the last word. You were gonna remember that I called you a crazy bitch. And it's like a turf war.
Wow.
You wanna play turf war with me? I don't wanna
You ripped down his tent?
You gonna go over there and like piss on his like campground?
So I've been plotting my revenge.
Ooh. Hang on. Do we need to pause the camera? Take this off the line?
Nothing illegal.
Oh, okay.
We have to outsmart this person and
Set him on
outshine.
fire.
What is your suggestion?
Revenge, but legal.
Yes. You're smart. Figure it out.
Does he live there nearby?
Yes.
Paintball gun.
That's not legal.
And I don't want to hurt anybody.
It's not legal?
Move someone in next to him, it's annoying.
Like me.
But you don't want to hurt him
I can't hurt him.
physically.
I want to show
You go camp
a
there for a night.
classy revenge.
A classy revenge.
That's like really, really smart. Okay, so
Pitch a tent next to him, harass him. That's legal.
I may do that. Obviously, someone has summoned crazy bitch and she's coming to see what the fuck is up.
Now, are you for sure that this is the dude because he said crazy bitch? I mean, that's a very like common phrase.
I mean, I'm impressed he had a Sharpie.
Well, he's number one suspect,
Okay, got it.
but everyone's guilty until proven innocent.
Maybe we'll have like some Russian.
Maybe it was you guys. Did you guys throw my sign?
It was. I loved it. I wanted some more publicity.
I was like, what are we doing today? Let's drive all the way to Sacramento and find that land listing.
Let's go all the way down there and find that bit.
Everyone's a
I hear
suspect.
there's a sign.
I have an internet bully, and I think it was him also.
The same guy?
No, it's different guys. There's a lot of people there that hate me.
Why?
Why?
I don't know.
Because you showed your tits on our show, not theirs.
Probably.
But don't worry, she took the Polaroid down.
Yeah, it's like it never happened.
Yep, never happened. Interesting. Okay.
Everyone's a suspect. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know.
So he lives there though. That's the thing.
Suspect number one.
So what I would do is I would go rescue like 4 or 5 dogs at the pound, and I'd go over there and let him loose on that guy.
That's so mean. What would you do?
Fart bombs?
Okay, well I
That
have
would probably make it smell better over there, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so let me know what you guys think of this idea. I have a camp shower. I'm gonna put it up with water next to my sign, and there's gonna be a note saying, here's a shower. I know you probably don't have one. You need to wash off your dirty mindset and get right, and I'll help you buy a house.
Could work.
That's my revenge.
Sounds like the Stockholm syndrome a little bit. Like this is a guy who wronged you. Like the people that have like this crush on their captors. Like they fall in love with like the terrorists that are like taking them like hostage. It's almost like you want to help this guy because he offended you in some way.
I do want to help him.
Yeah, but like you're falling in love with him in the wrong way.
I'm falling in love with him in the wrong way.
I want to wash his body
Could be
from my side.
Clean off.
Only
Wash
me.
him, wash the
Okay,
sign.
the only solution is if he gets naked and we wash this off because
That's right.
no.
We're gonna do a topless car wash, right? Or topless sign wash right here.
with a power washer.
He's been bad, he needs a bath.
Yeah. What if you just let it go? Let it go.
Okay, I let it go.
Let it go.
Let's go to the next question.
Yeah, I mean, because like that's a lot of tied up energy and emotion.
I think about more positive things you could be doing.
Like what?
I mean, adding something more to your 50-year plan that you want to accomplish.
So, I still think you should like
See?
draw on your face the exact same like thing that they did and like take a
Ready?
selfie. No. Oh my god! With a permanent marker. I hope we don't have a showing today.
So we get multiple offers now.
Call me. Yeah, we're ready to go.
She's gonna watch. She's gonna like go to like a drive-thru on like the way home, and she's like, I'm kind of hungry. And like this hot ass dude be like, hey, whoa.
So you don't find banana here.
That's why she brought her own food.
I don't have a knife for the banana. Or the eggplant.
Or the pineapple. Which I do have this thing that you can like screw down like the pineapple, like go spiral all the way down, you pull it all the way out, and it's already like ringlets. I got that off like the internet.
That'll be for next time. Mix with the vodka.
Ooh, nah. I haven't had vodka since I was like 18.
We can change that.
Oh, I know we can change a lot of things. Now that I'm free.
How do you feel about being free?
I had.
He's free, ladies.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not free like that. I got invited to a threesome. I kind of like got cold feet. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Because I kind of have like.
Wait, you got invited to a threesome?
I did.
Whoa, it's always like,
Jen's jealous.
there are so many shocks out of Ryan. Every time I'm like, whoa, hey, I need to, like,
Hello.
your story is fascinating.
Fascinating. Well, I kind of got someone who's kind of like semi-exclusive right now, so I'm just like, I don't want to ruin that right now.
Wow, that was fast.
I know, right?
See what happens from February 22nd at 2:22 p.m.
That
on.
happened a week ago, and like the last like 6 of the 7
And
days.
she's the one that gave you the blowjob?
Oh, one of them, yeah.
Oh!
Oh, bam! There you go. Yes.
How does that feel?
You know what? I thought it'd be like, I don't know, like rainbows and
Unicorns.
Yeah.
It happened.
It's like, it's like okay, it feels good. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's like really good, but it's like, yeah, it was fun.
He didn't seem that excited about
I
it.
know.
He's like, I washed the car.
Never had a blowjob for 41 years, and you finally get a blowjob. I was like I want to see rainbows and fireworks. That's what I was expecting.
Well, so I had another person say, well, they just didn't do it right. And I'm like, well, were you like inviting like here? I'm like,
Maybe she wanted to show you.
I think she did, but I was like, oh.
Hopefully it was a she.
It was a she. Yeah, there was another person I met online, and I guess she's transitioning. She was born a female, and now she wants to be a
Let's
male.
get into this.
And so she has a mustache, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not kissing that.
That's why I have a mustache on.
Yeah, that's what sorry, not kissing that. But I was just like I'm not like, it just, I don't know, it's outside my comfort zone. I gotta say, I mean, they're beautiful people. It just was outside my comfort zone.
Well, I mean, it was so funny because she said, I hope it doesn't take you 50 years to get a blowjob.
It didn't. It took a couple of weeks. But that was that. But it was definitely fun.
Back to questions. All right.
Yeah, Jen,
What do you got?
Jen, be prepared.
How did your wife like the 50-year planner?
Because it came from this show, she tossed it in the trash.
Thanks!
Yeah. Oh, in fact, okay, Jen.
Could she just like give it to someone else instead of tossing it in the trash?
That homeless guy down at the sign, I mean, he could have had a plan like not
just
to do
give
that
it to
anymore.
somebody
He would be
else
like-
next time, like.
Mark up more of her signs. I get free shit when I do it.
She threw it in the trash.
Yeah, so anyway, so I have to tell you this. So she comes in, so the day that I made the decision to leave, the separation, she said, so I took the privilege of treating myself to Jen's interview. I was like, oh cool,
my
fantastic,
God.
how'd you like it? I'm like, and how was it? She's like, it wasn't a treat. I was like, oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I go, so
Was it her hair color or?
no, so
Oh.
it was nothing about Jen, specifically what she said to
That's
me.
not me. That wasn't me. There's a new person now.
Oh, dun dun dun!
Whoa!
Woo! Look at this!
That
Yeah!
wasn't me. That last episode, I'm a different person. No, I didn't mean.
She's alive. Look at it. I love this pink hair. This is
Thanks.
beautiful.
Yeah, this isn't the new me.
This is the real Jen. This is the Jen that I
This
love.
is, that's the. We took the wig off. Okay, here we go. Topless talk. Take off your wig.
You need a motorcycle. I can totally see like the girl like the dragon tattoo like or everyone in town just like
Cool. You should buy me one.
knocking
Thank
out
you.
house.
Next real estate deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I get all my subs up to 2,000, yeah, for sure.
I get a motorcycle if you get your subs up to 2,000.
If you directly
Oh, I hear some negotiation going on.
shit, you know what? Yeah, I'll put it out there. If you get me 2,000 subs that you can like quantifiably say that these came from you, I will buy you a motorcycle.
Whoa.
I used one for like $400.
Okay.
I think we need some clarification on what's defined as her bringing those subscribers and what type of motorcycle you're talking about.
I just told you a $400 one.
What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think it was?
I just don't know how. Do you want me to track it?
Well, let's see. It can't be tracked, so there's no motorcycle. Sorry.
Okay. We'll
Anyway,
still get you to 2,000,
I know we
whatever
will.
you want.
so
Okay.
let me finish this real quick. So
Okay.
she goes, "You disgust me. I am repulsed by your behavior. That is a disgusting show. Do not expect me to want to be close to you physically at all for a very, very long time." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you being honest with me. Like, I needed to hear this from you." And it was literally like 10 minutes before we were like walking out the door to go see Uncharted as a family. And so,
Not anymore.
so we went as a family, and then we came back, and I'm like, but I'm grateful that she said this, because I'm like, I was debating whether or not I wanted to actually like pull the trigger and leave, but she said everything that I needed to be.
My mom
heard.
said Brian's gonna leave his wife too.
Oh yeah, well your mom's right.
My mama knows.
Along with a lot of other people.
I called that the
same
second
thing.
the show started.
Oh man, yeah. So, I
I had no idea. I thought they were happily whatever, and this was like a talk about relationships. Cool. Like, I always imagined in my head that you just had the perfect family, the perfect life. You're just like perfect. Like, if there's perfection, it's Ryan Nickel.
thank you for that.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, he's a leader. He's looked up. He wakes up early. He's a hard worker. He takes care of himself. He takes care of his family. Like,
Unlike the fat guy
a
over here.
fangirl? I think I'm fangirling over Ryan Nickel a little bit.
Swooning over here.
And like, if you look at this picture right here, wherever it is, people are totally, you got a good fan base.
I do, and
He's a good guy.
I appreciate that. You know, I love you too, Jen. I actually have a question too about this though, because so you came on the show, and one of the things, like, you asked like, how come these interviews aren't out faster? Because I was for a minute like worried about like my reputation. I'm just curious, how's your reputation from the show been either favored or maybe a little bit, tainted?
What do you guys think?
I think
I think it's improved.
it's improved.
Why?
Because I think it allows you to step into who you really are.
Mhm.
Like, you really just accepted it, and I think that
You don't feel like you gotta hide anywhere. You can be like, this is what I am. This is what I enjoy.
and
This
that
is what I-"
authenticity like attracts real people.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it totally helped. Oh my god, all my relationships are so much stronger now.
See, that's brilliant. I love that. That's beautiful.
Because I can open up the conversation. It's like,
There's girls on top.
okay, so Topless Talk. 50 years of getting lucky, all right? You and your partner are gonna have the best sex of your life for the next 50 years. Let's plan it out.
There you are. Let's plan it out.
50 years.
Life is too short to be having bad sex, and I am gonna make a stand about that.
Oh my god, I'm having amazing sex right now. It's like, I'm like, shit, this is.
Like, okay, wait, so I think you had a sex schedule, and here another goal was you were only gonna have sex, so where he was last month was that he was only having sex on Sunday,
Mhm.
and it wasn't in the morning because he had to go for his walk. We know you weren't walking on Sunday. He's getting a blowjob Sunday morning. This guy's going out and walking.
A lot of presumptions here.
And then you're like, well, we have five kids.
Five beautiful kids that are having a hard time right now because their dad walked out on their mom, but.
And do you think your kids are gonna blame themselves for the divorce? Because I blame myself for my parents' separation.
I hope that they don't blame themselves. I'm okay if they want to blame me because it was my choice. I would rather have them focus that on me, and if there's any kind of like hatred or like hurt that they feel, that they would be towards me and not towards.
That's the truth. I mean, you decided you want to change.
I did.
It's nothing to do with your kids.
Exactly, but with the kids, like, it's hard. Like, I did not go through a divorce as a young kid. Like, my parents didn't get a divorce, but I've heard multiple times that kids usually want, like, I'm the reason that this happened.
And this is like a conversation that came up too after Topless Talk.
Oh yeah.
Because my dad was like, give my parents a hug right now. I told all my friends and family, I'm like, my parents are so upset with me for going on this talk, and I'm really sorry. Like, I don't want to make them upset.
Right.
But I said my sexual health is really important. And I told all my friends and family, like, give them a hug, give them a call. Like, they're having a really rough
Check
day
in on
right
them,
now.
yeah.
Like, I'm doing something that they really, really don't like, and I don't want to upset my parents, but being on the show upsets my parents, and I'm sorry. But I sent a lot of reinforcements to comfort you.
There you go. Love it,
Because don't name your daughter Jennifer is my biggest tip of the day.
Why?
Because literally you're going to have to start a therapy group with daughters named Jennifer because we are nuts. And their parents need help and support.
I skipped that one, so we're good there.
Okay.
No one named Jen on the list?
No, that was my kids. And I'm not dating anyone named Jen either.
Good. You're safe.
Yeah, don't, because we're crazy, as you can tell.
Wait, no, not just crazy, but crazy bitches.
Yeah, crazy bitch.
That's right. Wow. So, I'd rather have my kids just blame me. I mean, I can take it. And honestly, like, my thought process is that I'm doing this for them because at the end of the day, I wasn't happy with who I was. I made some changes over the last year. So to go back to your, like, a perfect family, perfect life, all this stuff, like, I literally saw myself as having all of these things, and then I realized that I was living a lie. I'm like, man, I'm not living like this because...
This is the biggest shocker to me.
Shock, dun, dun, dun.
Like,
Wait till you come back next month.
Oh my god.
I mean, look what you've learned in a month.
I know.
Really?
I know.
About myself and
And
I've
him.
healed with this show, which is all I've ever wanted.
All I ever wanted.
So instead maybe Ryan should be like Dr. Ryan, like Dr. Phil.
I actually was in a doctoral program. I'm like, fuck that.
I'm
$500,000.
sure you
I
were.
bowed out. I'm like, I'm out.
I'm sure you were.
Psychology, yeah.
There you go.
Dr.
Yeah, but so he's the unofficial doctor.
Dr. Nickel here. I used to have a t-shirt that says, I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look. And then I outgrew it, and I could probably fit into it now. I wish I had that one. I also had another one that said 30 and still frisky, and it was like a frisky's like, you know,
The cat t-shirts are the
I'm
best.
sure your wife has destroyed all of those shirts now.
She was the one that was encouraging me to get rid of it, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they're definitely gone now.
Yeah, so you can see, like, I was like slowly like dying inside. I love that
Aw.
Probably being used to wash the windows now. Check the oil.
shirt. I got burned, that one like got burned a long time ago. I'm sure you can find it. I mean, shit, like in this day and age, you can make any shirt you want, man.
Yeah,
You can go back and make it again.
I would. So my shirt that I want to make is "Start Being Rich."
Oh. Reasoning behind it? People
Oh,
are
because
asking.
Paris Hilton did "Stop Being Poor,"
Ah.
and I'm gonna say. So she's saying "Stop Being Poor." So nobody reads the stop, so it's just saying "being
Be
poor."
poor.
And so I wanted people to focus on like today. You can start being rich right now, right this moment. You can heal from whatever you want. Like start being rich right now.
Okay. This is so true. And I don't
It's all your mindset.
I don't share this because I have another channel that I haven't really blown up yet. Because this one was way more fun, so I decided to pour into this channel.
I
So-
didn't know you had another channel.
I do, yeah. It's called the Liberator channel, which is why. Oh, by the way, I have a sleeve coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're supposed to surprise her next time.
Whoa! Like we need a jingle or something every time I'm like, ah!
So yeah, I'm getting the sleeve. It's set for in June 12th and no 11th and 12th. So I have.
This guy has so many surprises. I
2
cannot
days.
keep my eyes off of him. What is coming up
So
next?
this whole entire arm will be sleeved, and I'm gonna get a B-24 bomber, which is
Oh!
my favorite planes, but it's called the Liberator, and it literally is like
You've liberated me, buddy.
Yeah, like
Thank you.
because like I'm literally gonna have this plane. It's gonna be dropping these bombs. Like I'm dropping truth bombs to liberate people. Like that's what this whole the other channel is all about. And
Wow.
I have this unique ability. I've had this for a long time as a kid too, as well as I have the ability to just read people's souls, and I can like.
What?
I
Did
can-
you read my soul?
What's Jen Soul say?
Oh, hang on. So anyway,
Dude, I went to a soul reader. Got healed.
like I can literally like tap into people
Jack of all trades.
and see what is
What?
needed. And so like
It's again. Ah!
and so like part of this show is like sometimes when I'm actually like I don't want to
That's why he's perfect.
future guest out like I don't want to come on our show and read my soul, but like I can like check in and see like
You should.
what-
It worked.
what they're missing and be able to
That's the whole point of your show.
Give
Is
it
to
to 'em.
you just
Yeah.
want to. You are a soul reader and healer, and you just want to heal souls.
that's what it is.
You're just a healer.
I'm a healer. Yeah, I'm this
I'm healed.
Spreading healing.
I'm this fifth density wanderer coming back to earth.
And your first testimonial here.
Yeah,
That's
for
your
sure.
healing.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Thank you.
Thank you very
She's
much.
happy, she's smiling.
But it's like
She bears gifts. I mean,
I mean,
you
yeah,
know,
I'm totally. I'm like, I was like, no, I need another one.
And so that was a show that was like what Liberator was all about, and then I pivoted, and my wife got really mad. She's like, "What happened to this whole thing about liberation?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna do sexual liberation instead."
Yeah.
liberating.
Because like I don't have a partner, so I don't know how it was with a partner to do this show for you.
Mm.
I can do whatever I want. I'm a crazy bitch, like
Yeah,
blah blah
yeah.
blah. But it doesn't affect
Okay.
someone else, Like,
Yeah.
but when you are partnered with someone, all of your decisions affect them, right?
To an extent, but it's like they have the choice to follow or not to follow. Like you, everything has ripples, right? Like you throw your rock into the pond, it's gonna have a ripple effect, and either they go with the ripples or they get repelled by the ripples. And so, I mean, this particular one got repelled.
Repelled by the
He got
ripples.
one, you're still-
Oh, so he got 3, so you need 3.
There's a wanderer one out there.
Okay.
So one of my tattoos, because my daughter was born on St. Patty's Day, is I'm gonna have symbols that remind me of them, and so I'm gonna have a 4-leaf clover to remind me of
Because he's
My
getting.
daughter.
Are you getting lucky today?
I am. I get lucky every day.
Are you getting lucky today?
Probably not.
Why not?
Life.
Okay.
Are you getting lucky today?
Yeah, I'm on this show. This was like I was like, and it has to be on March 17th. And he's like, that's my daughter's birthday. And then I'm always like, how does Ryan Nickel market? Because like, literally a leader in social media marketing as well. And I'm a social media person. And the fact that I see you as a leader is really big.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
is really big, because I remember interviewing you and I was like, God damn, like Ryan always nails it. Like Ryan, you know, he's the guy that's like perfect and probably got all A's in school, blah blah blah. And like, God damn, that guy's like fucking perfect.
I can tell you, I did not get all A's in school. I was getting like.
Probably got 1B.
It's true.
C's get degrees.
No, I was a guy.
D's are for degrees.
Like good enough was good enough. Because I knew that I wasn't going to like go on to be like a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that.
Did you want to be a doctor or lawyer?
I
Because
did.
you got your PhD, or you were going for your PhD.
I was going for my PhD in psychology. Yeah, no, that was after the fact. I wanted to be a medical doctor, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. My friend's dad was an oral surgeon, hella rich. I'm like, I want all the shit that he had. And then I
Of
realized
course.
the schooling that went into it. I'm like, oh no.
Whoa, wait,
never
hey,
mind,
whoa,
never mind.
no, wait.
10 years of
that's
schooling and a lifetime of paying it
I'm
back.
good. But here I am, like, real estate investor. I'm like, shit, I live a great life now, lifestyle's good, so,
Good,
yeah.
good,
The freedom is probably the most important thing that I enjoy.
awesome. So you got your doctorate in real estate, kind of.
Kinda. You wanna hear another funny story?
Yeah.
So,
Educational degree. Experience degree.
I moved to Idaho, and I wanted to.
Oh, you did move to Idaho.
I did.
When did you move to Idaho?
A couple of times. I went to school there, and then I moved back, and went back.
But like recently, did you move?
No.
Oh.
We went to visit. We were looking at buying a house up there. We decided not to.
Oh,
So
why?
this is probably like 2010, I think. And this is like when I had lost my job. It was before I got into real estate. And I was, there was a job that they needed to have a degree. And I already had a degree in bachelor's in sociology and social work and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, fantastic. So I bought this online degree. I got a doctorate degree in metaphysics.
Experience degrees. I've seen
That's
them.
exactly what it was.
I just wanted to get one of
So
those.
yeah, so I sent them my PhD. They're like, oh, we're gonna hire this guy. So they're always introducing me like, we have Dr. Nickel here. He's a doctor in metaphysics, and like they didn't even know what metaphysics was. They're like, what the hell's metaphysics? I don't think he's a
Oh
doctor.
my
They're like, I paid
god.
$4.99 and this piece of paper came.
Pretty much. So for
Did
like,
I get lucky today? Yes, I did.
So literally,
Holy shit.
for like 8 months, I got.
His chair's even green.
That's right, chair green. I got introduced, and I was working as a doctor of metaphysics for this
He
behavioral
still
like,
is
health
a
clinic.
doctor of metaphysics, because this was something that I wanted to manifest and it happened. So thank you.
More
You're welcome.
physics.
So that was fun. And then they realized like this is an unaccredited degree. I'm like, it's still a degree. It's unaccredited. We can't accept it. I'm like, all right. So like we need to accept. We need our money back. I'm like, there's no money coming back. Those are hours billed.
It's experience degree. Your experience.
So I lost that opportunity. Shortly after that, we lost our house. Fuck you, Idaho Falls Behavioral Health Clinic. But you know what? Though everything happens for a reason, because we got kicked out of our house the day after Christmas. My wife was pregnant with our second child, and our daughter was 1 year old, and I still have that home and those pictures and that poor ass Christmas that we had. We couldn't even afford a Christmas tree, so we had tinsel. Like my wife, they literally made a tinsel Christmas tree, and we had the dollar store presents, which were $2, because we didn't get $2. that leveraged me to like say, you know what? Never again will I ever put my fate in somebody else. I'm gonna become an entrepreneur, and I'm gonna own this shit, and that's what I did. Hell yeah.
What else you got on your list of questions?
Yeah, this is not a topless talk. This is more like everything talk.
You definitely have the resilience gene.
Yes. I
Like
got
that's
that.
number one. Just wanted to point that out. You already know. You know he has the resilience gene?
I know that.
Okay.
You've seen me come back more than once.
The
Yeah.
Energizer Bunny gene too, probably.
Shit, dude, I'm getting like 2 hours of sleep every night. I'm like, yeah. TMI.
Is talking about sex taboo?
It depends on who you're talking to.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
Okay, I just want to make the point really clear here. 2 people had to have sex for you to even watch this podcast.
It's true. Yes.
So we should talk about it.
And not just this, like, so your mom might be your mom, but she was someone else's bitch before she was your mom. I mean, let's just be
It's
real.
true.
about it. It is true. I mean, that's really what it was. Like, let's be real about it, you know?
Any other comment?
No.
Actually, I want Zook to comment on this, because he actually, last night, you brought it up twice now, I think, in 2 different interviews. You say this a lot, and in other countries, that it's like,
It seems like it's an American thing that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like if we don't talk about it, therefore it doesn't exist. Like you get your human sexuality class in 5th grade, and you're like ready to rock and roll. That's pretty much
Actually,
the extent of.
Hold on. That class we need
Hold
to
on.
expand. This is the extra credit physical ed class. If you want to, learn about sex and be really, really good about sex and have really good sexual relationships, we will help you do that.
You know what? It's so true. And like, all right, I'm gonna go on a limb here. So I grew up very conservative Christian, and it was like the whole thing like you save yourself for marriage, which I did. Like I never had sex with anybody until I got married, and the person I married was not a virgin. She had been like 18 dudes or something like that. I mean, I really don't know her body count. Never asked, never cared.
You never asked her body count?
I didn't care.
It never even came up.
I knew it was people. I didn't really know because I loved her, and. So when you get, she was not like a Christian, so she got baptized and like that washes her sins away. You know, that was what we believed, and so I was
Is that
like,
what's going on?
with her, and so I was like, oh, I forgave her.
Like a 10-year cleansing.
I forgave her. I'm like, oh, you know, it's whatever she did in the past. She did in the past.
Just forgive people.
Yeah. So, but anyway, like I was being compared to all these other dudes that she had been with, and I'm like, I couldn't like live up to that standard. But here's the thing: like now that I recently have been separated from my wife, is now I'm out with other women, and I'm like, shit, like I've had multiple experiences, and I'm like. There's a lot to learn, and every person gives you a new tool. I'm not saying to go out there and just like, you know, dick down every person out there, but you definitely need to have some experience.
It's my plan, so my 50-year planner, yeah.
To dick down everybody? Well, you're not gonna be, you'll be dick down, but you're not gonna be dicking.
No, she could.
Transition.
I mean, anything's
She
possible.
has a mustache already, halfway there. You can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. Please do not resist me on this. Number 5, are you helping your own family?
In what way?
Going through your divorce.
I think I am actually, yes. So I was talking to my daughter about this, and she's like, "Mom's having a really hard time." I'm like,
I bet.
She is. Like I can see the pain.
I'm
and the hurt.
concerned.
There's a lot of hurt in.
There's so much
in
hurt.
this. I mean, and I caused the pain, and I understand that. Like I own this. Like this was my choice to bow out. And I look at the long term, like where I'm going, and I believe in my heart of hearts that one, I will be happier. I hope, and that she will be as well with somebody else, and that by both of us being happier, we can then raise happier children. Because I think that living in an environment where one spouse or both spouses are not happy or harmonious or on the same page, because I mean I had made so many changes, like I cuss now, and I don't want to get tattoos, and I don't believe in Jesus, and all these things, and so like we were separating, like the chasm was getting greater and greater, and I wanted to have more sex, and then I wanted to have sex with other people because I wasn't getting the sex at home, and that if that relationship would have kept going, it would have just, I think it would have just been horrible for our kids, because they would have been raised in an environment where mom and dad don't love each other or despise each other, but they stick together for the kids.
They're going to turn out like me, yeah.
Well, the kids, then I think that my kids would then internalize that even more, because now they would be resentful, like, oh, we did this, and so yeah, it sucks. So I honestly believe, and this is why, as hard as it is and as lonely as it is some nights, that I'm looking at the light at the end of the tunnel, that I will be a better person because of it, and that because if I'm better, I can then pour into my kids and help them be better, and eventually I hope that she is too, that she finds someone that really appreciates her for who she is, because she's a beautiful woman, she has a lot to offer, she's an amazing mom, and I mean, she was all, I give her all the credit for that.
It's a perfect answer. She's speechless.
I'm not gonna talk
Say
bad about her.
something.
Huh?
Say something.
Say something. I'm giving
No,
you
I think that the best part about this show is it just allows people to be genuine.
Mhm.
Whatever relationship they're in, or trying to get in, or trying to get out of, it's an opportunity to be genuine, which I think is something that doesn't happen very much anymore.
No.
With anything.
Yeah. That authenticity. I mean,
It's gone.
I did a show last night.
Everyone's worried about offending somebody else.
I will offend, yeah. I just let people know. Yeah.
I
I'll
do.
probably offend you.
Unintentionally. Like I never offend to hurt people, but I do say things that are offensive.
It's my own personal story and like my own sexual experience, so how could it be offensive to you?
If you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Right.
Tune out.
You don't have to watch I put content 3 times a day, every day. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
Right.
And that's the beautiful thing about this too. It's like, yeah, no one's putting a gun to your head.
Don't give
Watch
a fuck.
Jen right now.
I don't give a fuck if you don't watch me, but watch something that interests you.
Yeah. That's
And if I interest you, please watch me. But if not, go watch something else. And I know you could change or whatever. I don't care.
People do change. I'm curious. You recently went through a change. Like you shaved your head, or you got a mohawk, and then you got the pink, like of all colors.
What inspired that?
Yeah. Let's hear this.
Okay. It's always happening, this land listing, I swear to God, is like helping me, it's like my development of my soul.
Land listing and the talk show.
And,
Which is it, me or the guy? No.
You.
I went across, so, I don't know if you came to my money meetup at the land listing,
I
and you
did.
know that chair
Mhm.
with the wheels? Well, I said, okay, I'm done with this. I want to help. They wanted to weld it, and I was like, don't weld it. I just need it like a prop.
Mhm.
And so I'm gonna go back and give it to them, and I want to weld it for them because he wants. The neighbors want his wife to come back and the kid to come back, and I want them to like ride around the property.
Oh, really?
And so I want to help them because he's helped me out so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here's your 50-year planner. We're gonna plan it. And then when they vandalize my sign, I'm walking around like a crazy woman, like I'm gonna get this guy. And everybody comes up, what's your best revenge for me? And just being nutso, right? And like, don't fuck with me because this is what I eat, breathe, live, sleep. This is my life. And for you to vandalize my sign, I obsess about you now. Okay?
Back to the sign.
So I said, I need a fence. I'm gonna get this fucker out of my, fuck off on my farm? No, you need to fuck off. And so I'm talking to my neighbors and man, we need to put up some fencing, like there's some holes in the fence and there's some homeless people over there. And I'm like, what's the best way for me to get fencing that I don't have to do any work, that it all comes to me and it's all free? So we are now accepting donations at the, because people like go through, and now it's like, I need 3 acres is a lot of fence. So I'm just at a donation center now.
It was fenced.
It wasn't all the way, and so crazy bitch guy is walking through the he is trespassing.
Oh shit, that's how you get the guy, put a sign up, call the cops. Cause he's vandalized now too.
Stick to him.
Okay, camp shower.
Tase him.
Yeah. Tase it, yeah.
No trespassing.
I have to put up no trespassing signs too.
Trespassers will be
Shot, tased?
tased.
Yeah. Eaten alive.
Tased and eaten by the field rats.
We don't recommend you walk on this property. Because now it's like cursed. Like you walk on it, like I will get you.
Well, hang on here. You said paintballing was illegal, but if it's the trespassing sign is on,
I don't have another trespassing sign yet. I
You
have to
still
go
can't
get
paintball
one.
people, I'm pretty sure.
you can't paintball people.
If they're not willing participants, I don't think so.
What? Oh shit. Okay, what about airsoft? Can you airsoft people?
I guess you'll find out. When the cops show up, you're like, I just paintball.
Maybe we should just turn it into a shooting range.
That'd be awesome. I would bring my AK out there.
And like,
Archery range.
do you want to trespass on my property? Because I have men coming all the time to shoot their guns.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that within the city.
How about a bow and arrow range?
Yeah, archery range.
Oh,
An archery range.
Yeah. He ran right in front of me.
It was weird. Popped right out, right behind the bale of hay. I was like, oh, you were back there?
You know what you should do? You should have a picture of him and have him be the target on all the hay bales, and you're just like shooting them all. That's revenge.
So when he gets there the next morning, he sees his face.
It's just like all
It's
shot
pale.
up. Yeah. that would be fun.
Oh my
some
god,
rusty
I
arrows.
have some work to do.
That's what I would do. I would blow his face up and start archery him, just bow him, just shooting him.
This is great ideas.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What else you got?
Another question
She came
you
up there.
Yeah.
Did you know that fans think you and I are gonna hook up?
Um,
Because I wasn't aware of this until after you left the money meeting, and they're like, so you guys are gonna hook up and you're gonna give him a blowjob, right? I was like, no.
So someone else was like, "Oh man, I wanted to be your, I wanted to give you your blowjob chair. I want to break your blowjob chair."
Aww.
And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." But Doug, it's just funny that you said this, Doug. So my wife goes, when she was telling me about the show, like how I discussed her, she's like, "So, how does Jen know how big your dick is?" And I'm like, because we were talking about it. She's like, well, "Has she seen it?" I'm like, "No."
If you go back into the video,
I'm like, "No."
someone on the couch asked you how big it was. I did not ask. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, you're like, I mean, we were talking
I
about.
could see his nose. I know how big his dick is. Like, just look sideways. And yeah, I'm already doing a full analysis report on everyone.
So, see, side profile. And I've always had a big nose, and I was always like
Subconscious, now you're like, I'm so happy I got a big
when
nose.
I'm stroking.
Damn, look at that nose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smells
the
like
nose.
It's a firm nose.
Honey, I don't need to look at his dick to know how big it is. I just look at the nose.
So, but
That's
she
the
thought that we
secret.
had hooked up, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm married, I'm committed. Well, I was until like you told me that I'm repulsive and disgusting. So, and not the.
For the record, Ryan and I have never hooked up.
No, we never have hooked up. And I'm in a relationship right now, so it's probably gonna happen in the near future.
He
In the
is.
near future, you leave the door open.
He
Yeah, why
is
not?
such a stud. I could not even wake my way in at all, and he is just taken. Like,
Aww.
yeah.
Oh,
Broke her heart.
I didn't break her heart. She's happy.
But
She's
I'm
healed.
here.
She's
So
healed.
this is, yeah, I always wanted my healing.
She's healed.
We don't need to hook up. Like, I'm healed. I helped you promote your thing.
I gotta talk about
We're
promotion here. So she recently promoted on the on her Instagram, or maybe it was on your Facebook.
On both.
It was hilarious. I absolutely love her for this. So she took the Topless Talk logo, and then she put little shamrock pasties on for the nipples. And I'm like, oh my god, how come I didn't think about that? Like, that's something that I would have thought of. And just
She's
was
the
like,
marketer.
She's brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely love that idea.
So Ryan is absolute perfection. He brought me 90% perfection, and I just made it a little bit better.
Oh, thank you.
He's gonna get a big head today. Bigger.
It's okay though. You can never have too big of a head when you know you're good.
Your semi-exclusive partner will be very happy, I'm sure.
She always gets the big head we're talking about.
Ready?
Yes.
Check us.
Can you guess my other fantasy?
Oh. So your fantasy was to do,
Like a gangbang.
yeah.
Yeah.
like 5
Or
dudes.
like, well, we're starting off with a threesome. So you actually lived out my fantasy.
I didn't know. I did not live it out.
Oh, you haven't had a threesome.
No.
Have you had a threesome?
Yes,
They
Okay,
invited
you
me.
lived out my fantasy.
they're fun.
I
Yeah.
bet.
It's been a long time, but they were fun.
I could not bring myself to it. I'm like that. Well, so here's the thing. So my semi-exclusive partner right now, she's like, go do you. Like, have fun doing that, but just want you to just think this through. They have each other when they're done. You're gonna go home to an empty house. And I was like, oh, okay. That's like real talk. She's like, you'll enjoy the experience, I'm sure, but when they're done, they have each other, and you're just their toy. And I was like, oh, I don't know like that.
So what's your other fantasy?
Wait, what was your guess?
I'll guess this one. Jen's other fantasy?
I've been thinking about it.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out right now.
Could be anything.
You know, sex in a plane?
No. I got feedback on that, so it's not recommended.
Oh, okay.
It's really in a bathroom, and it's really small, and then you could get a hefty fine. I'm
Private.
not gonna get fined.
It's like private. Okay, so
Do
you're.
you have a private jet?
You can rent them. They're pretty easy.
Okay, I'll go rent I'll go
Ryan,
rent
get you a
one.
jet.
And I'll just go fuck myself with my dildo in my private jet
Oh, with the
downstairs.
Ryan.
Yes.
Well,
Great
let's-
idea.
Let's hear it. What's this fantasy?
Wait, what was your guess? Yours was plain,
Mine
what was yours?
airplane, Yeah.
I mean, it's probably girls.
Girls. My
How much did
fantasy,
you buy?
I think she might be.
You buy Curious?
my fantasy
Yeah, I think I'm onto something.
is to be a findom.
A fin dom.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that.
Do you know what that is?
I've heard it.
And? Explain it to him.
A fin dom.
Start to.
I'm gonna get my banana now.
Wait, that's financial dom, isn't it?
Yeah. So she wants to be fucking rich and just like have all these dudes just do whatever she wants them to do because she owns the money. She's basically like straight up like cougar status, but like sugar mama. Like she owns them. Like they are her they're her bitches. They're her slaves.
So you want to be the fin dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with that? Did you see something?
I don't know, but
read
I
something?
cannot wait. And I've been watching videos and I said, you wanna see crazy bitch? Here we go, honey.
It'll cost you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if anyone was gonna be a fin dom, it would definitely be you. I can see you do that,
Thanks.
100%. Because you're owning yourself right now. Like the more,
I'm a findom, okay?
the more you own yourself,
I'm a fucking
she's already a
findom.
fin dom.
And now I'm gonna express myself.
You already have subs.
We're gonna figure it out.
Maybe after today, she might.
I'm living
She has
with
a lot of like I don't want to offend these dudes, but they are simps. Like they're just like falling all over her. Like, oh, you're gorgeous. Oh my god, when are you gonna post the next video? Oh my god, you're so amazing. Like there's all these dudes that like just like
They
fall-
love me,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're falling for her. Which is, I mean, you can't blame them.
No.
So next question. Do you love yourself?
100%.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's why you're losing weight.
I love myself, even if I'm big boned.
I've never seen a fat skeleton. They look the same to me.
You don't love yourself.
Oh,
Wow.
What's going on?
wow.
Why do you say I don't love myself?
Because
Maybe I'm happy like this.
are you?
Wait. Last month you were here. You said that he was an amazing cuddler because he was a big teddy bear.
Yeah, what happened to
And
that?
now all of a sudden,
Right. So that's the female hormone cycle.
That was the last one. That was
It's
cuddly
like
bear, and
I
now it's
want
like you're fat.
cuddles.
Yeah.
Give me flowers. Give me chocolate. chocolates. I just want to cuddle. I'm like a little kitty cat. And then it goes into every male is being tested for his dominance.
And then she's like, I want rough sex.
Yeah. Every male is being tested. Who is the best partner because I need to mate soon.
Wait,
and
wait,
that's what.
But you're sterile.
But I'm sterile.
That's right.
Because I got the shot.
Yeah, you
Got the jab.
Got the jab.
Cool. Well, that was easy. I really wanted to ask that to our other co-host because I know that's something that she was working with,
She would probably tell you no.
and that's an issue. And if you look in her 50-year planner, I wrote, I want you to plan 5 fun things, or 5 ways to love yourself every month.
Mm. What is one fun way that you love yourself?
I really struggle with being self-critical. So like some days I'll wake up and be like, I need to go to the gym, and I need to be like Ryan Nickel. I need to wake up at 4:30, and I need to do this, and I need to do that, and and just like be this crazy Superman. And I'm like, you know what? I would actually like to sleep in until like 9 and like make sure that I'm cool and like rested and blah. And
That's
it's like I can't tell myself like I'm a loser because I don't wake up at 4:30 like Ryan Nickel. Like I'm at where I'm at, and like it's okay to sleep in. Now I'll be more rested for my show and like the long drive and. Just kind of, so when your mother is critical to you, you have the exact same patterns going on in your head. And the criticism starting, and as I healed from the Topless Talk, I'm able to reprogram my mind to be my biggest cheerleader.
Right. So here's something interesting too. So we have these, because we all have these critical voices inside our head. They're personified by whoever was the most critical. In this case, it was your mom.
Right.
Sometimes grandparents, school teachers, whatever.
Everybody has somebody, right? Yeah.
We all do. And so here's the cool thing about that is you can actually go inside and just whatever the most critical thing is that they have said to you or that you complete, because it's on a loop, this is repeated.
It's on a loop.
It's always repeated, yeah. So again, there's a loop, and you can just sit there and put it on pause, and then just ask yourself what's the truth? What's the real truth about this? Because the truth will destroy whatever negative thing you have.
Truth bomb.
Truth bomb.
Truth will set
The
you free.
liberator.
Yeah.
It's true. And that's why I'm getting the liberator on my arm here.
He's the liberator.
The liberator. And it's you just got to ask yourself, what is the truth about this? And when you figure that out, you're like, holy shit! It just explodes and just blows out whatever.
Explosion time.
That's right.
The bomb has exploded. And the healing can occur.
It's detonated, yeah. And it's
wow.
Sometimes you just ask a question and it opens
I
it
respect you so much, Ryan Nickel. Oh my God, he just took it there. I can literally see him flying over, dropping bombs. He dropped me, I would bomb, I went off.
Yeah.
There you go.
The glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
Yeah.
You guys ready for the next one?
I am. Let's do it.
Do it.
The amount of support for my mohawk has been insane.
Don't you just love people that love you?
I love people that love me,
Yes.
and now it's okay because I healed.
Yes, and you were not in a position to accept that before because you.
Right.
Dr. Ryan solved it for you.
She solved it herself. I just happened to be.
Yeah, but you helped guide her.
I was a vehicle.
Yeah.
You did it. You helped me solve it.
Yeah, you were there too, Mike.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
credible.
Luke. Yeah. It's what? But then, yeah, that isn't the most. I think that's the most beautiful part is people are like a mirror for us.
Right.
And so as we accept who we are, we reflect that to the world. And so you're accepting who you are, and people are like, oh, I love you too. It comes back and you go, oh, this is amazing.
So the more I love myself, the more people around me love me.
Love you. Yes. The more you hate
And
yourself.
probably love themselves too, because they'll realize, hey, they're looking at you as an example and as a role model. Look, she's finding her happiness, I can find mine.
Exactly. And if you want to be a FinDom, the more financially independent you become, guess who's going to be reflected in that? All your sons.
Of course. We're all getting rich together. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So I was also really mad at you for not posting my video and not posting the pictures and what the fuck.
She's heard about that.
I really heard about
Because
it.
she was the first one I posted.
Yeah.
No, I was the first one that
Right.
posted.
No, from the channel itself. I posted you very first from everybody.
He cleared through all the
I
other
was
ones to
like,
get you first.
Jesus Christ, I have to beg you, kicking and screaming to post a video.
So-
Maybe he wanted to be begged.
Yeah, I just needed that. It wasn't you
you want
actually.
me to beg?
Get on your knees, bitch.
You what?
That doesn't fit the FinDom.
So no, a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my new identity. I'm now FinDom.
She's like, no, you're on your knees, buddy.
Yeah. Your knees. So to be real here, I was scared. I was still afraid of what was going to happen with my
And I was
relationship.
so mad at you
It's okay.
for not.
Do you forgive him?
I don't know.
It's okay, she doesn't have to.
I mean, I guess when you get your Instagram back, you'll know that
Oh, even then, I'm okay.
you've been forgiven.
I'm fine with that. You can stay, we can be arm's length friends, that's okay.
If I'm mad at you and I hung out with you for 2 hours, your wife must be really mad at you.
My wife is not mad, she's hurt.
Your wife must be really hurt.
And she's angry too, she's very angry.
I bet, because I was like, I'm angry with him. If I hung out with him for an hour and a half, and then he came to my money meeting, and I'm so angry.
So you were number what, 12, 13, 14? I don't remember what number you were.
Number 1, that's the only number you gotta know, because I actually posted the video and you didn't.
Well, no, I'm just saying, Mike Zook just mentioned,
Just tell her number 1.
you're number 1. Yeah, you're the first interview we ever had. We never had any interviews.
See? Look, now she's smiling, she's happy now. That's all you gotta do. A little bit of flattering.
Well, no, so the truth is though, I was afraid,
Thank you.
of what was going to happen, because my relationship was important to me, as you know.
So it's his number 1 thing.
And when I realized that the relationship was not going to, it was irreparable, I'm like, okay,
I still haven't accepted it.
let's do this. And we went out and did it. Just started
I'll
talking.
wait till next month. Could be something different.
Yeah, it'll be, I'll probably have 6
You'll
kids.
have a 6-pack.
I'll have 6 kids. No. All right, next question.
Get the job, you'd be sterile.
I actually went for a vasectomy.
Oh, yes. Let's go talk about
So
that.
I went in, I scheduled the appointment, had the appointment, went to the appointment, and sat there in the waiting room, and the doctor was behind schedule, and had a little self-to-self, heart-to-heart with myself, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. So I didn't do it.
Oh! What?
So 2 reasons why. The first one was I had met a girl just previously, and she's like, but I want to have your babies,
He's like, oh.
she's like, why don't you save some swimmers, freeze them off for me, and all this shit. I'm like, okay, sure, let's do that, yeah, whatever. And then
We still want to mate with you, yes.
she's
Like
like,
when they're done clipping, you
she's
rub
like-
off a few.
she's with somebody right now. She's like, but I might not be. And then in a year, you make beautiful babies. I want your babies. I'm like, for real? Okay, well. So that was one reason. Nothing's gonna happen there. She's already out of the picture. So. That one's already been sterile with the taser, so it doesn't work anymore. But the other reason is my reason for wanting to get a vasectomy, for wanting me to get snipped, was so that I could have free reign and just go and be a whore, like a man slut. And I realized that's not who I am. I want connection, I want meaning, I want it to be a little bit more than just going out there and just fucking anything.
He wants to, but he is not who you are.
It's not who I am, no. And so for me, that was reason for pause. I'm like, shit, if I do this, it's gonna I'm gonna lower my standards and just go out there and just be wild, and I don't want to be that guy. And so that was the reason why I chose not to. I want to be a little bit more selective.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Just the tip.
Just the tip. Just want to see what it feels like.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
He was pissed. He's like, what? Motherfucker.
It was my advice I gave him in the first place. It's like, you know what you need? If you're done having kids, it gives like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They told me the very same day. And then I was still.
Now he's like my advice.
It was good advice because I was going to go out there and just pour it up, and then I'm like, when I actually slow down enough to think about it, I'm like, yeah.
He's still fertile. Okay.
I still can produce.
I want to talk about love languages because what's your... You have a song too you want to sing?
No, I'm not very sorry.
Great, okay.
Oh, I'm not either. I still do it though.
So now that I'm healed from my past childhood traumas, they said that your love language is your past childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So last month, my love language was positive words of affirmation.
Oh, now what is it?
I don't know. It's living without your trauma now is I'm a whole different person.
So you can choose.
How do you choose your love language because I have everything I want now?
All of them.
You can have more than one.
Yeah, you can be flexible.
Okay, just all of them. All
Yeah.
5. Okay.
So for me, mine is touch, physical touch. I love being touched. And for the longest time, I wasn't getting touched at home, so I'd go and pay for that touch in form of massages or chiropractic care, just whatever. Whoever would just touch my body in a good positive way.
Can I touch you?
Let me touch you.
Do you feel the burnt hair?
Yeah,
The
the
sizzle
hair is
here.
so sexy.
And so now that I'm actually
Can I
being,
touch you?
Sure, go for it.
I'm being satisfied, I'm being touched in oh so many ways.
Oh, look at these big muscles you're about to get this summer. Oh yeah, I visualize a tan.
This summer.
Oh yeah, get your swimsuits ready.
And so I'm actually like you said, I'm actually like in transition. So I'm like, okay, you know, my touch is being satisfied in a very deep way. So
Oh yeah, how does that feel for you?
that's amazing. So like my love language is now something I'm looking for a little bit more like an emotional connection, like quality time. So it's
Like-
I'm transitioning.
Good. And are you transitioning in your love language? Did you get healed? Do you need a healing?
I still need to be help.
He needs to be healed.
He's not ready. I can't heal. I don't heal people. People heal themselves. I
No,
just leave them.
I have events in my life I need to
Yeah, he's not ready.
When-
resolve.
When will you be ready?
Just put in the planner.
Let's put a planner. Let's say
Because I was ready
June.
last month and I got it.
We'll say June.
Like
Let's say when the student's
Like
ready,
the
you feel
50-year
okay.
planner just started because that back stuff was just my trauma.
Here, add
Now
my,
my
add to my.
Oh.
You got the marker. June.
Wait. Oh my God, this is such a double standard here. Can I read this? Dear Hype Man, let's do 100 deals every year. So she's trying to fulfill her FinDom here. And take me out to lunch. Fatty. Love Jen. There's no love, just dash. Minus Jen. So, like,
Does that take you out to lunch before or
Yeah.
after being fatty?
yeah, she's like, hey, fatso, take me to lunch. Like, what a double standard
Or is it
here.
okay to be fat during the winter because
Yeah,
you're like
yeah,
a bear
I'm
and cuddly and hibernating,
Like, seriously?
and then come summer, shed it.
Like, go eat all you want and take me with you, but hey, you better lose some weight too. I'm like, this is such a double standard. What would you have written in mine?
You didn't get rid of yours.
I know, mine is all.
Don't be hating.
Mine's broke.
She was like, she don't write anything inspirational.
What would you like me to write in yours?
Whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
Whatever insults you can come up with.
You think he'd be a good Finn son?
Ryan, I'm so happy.
You'll make an excellent Finn sub.
I'm so happy I got to suck your dick. And you weren't lying, it was really big.
It's probably hard to write that while she's laughing about it.
You can't even see it out.
I'm so happy that it didn't take 50 years.
Oh God.
To get a blowjob.
I saw that one coming.
It only took 41 and a half. If we're rounding up, it almost hit the 50.
41 is closer to 50 than, than not. Oh God.
Marissa was worried.
This is great.
Oh my God, okay. Thank you.
I don't feel so bad about
much.
what's inside my book now.
Yeah, you're like, shit, dude, I get it.
I didn't take 41 and a half years to.
Oh, was she really worried?
Go back in the tape. She's like, I hope it doesn't take you 50 years. And I was like, it better not take a 50
You're
years.
like, put in the planner.
Truth be told, she's the one that popped that cherry. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh!
She thought about it for a second.
I was like,
Oh God.
because she was so
Glad
mad.
you laughed,
She was
yeah.
mad at you for like offering. You're saying, it sounds like you're making an offer that you will have anybody do a blowjob. And I was like, I'm just not going to say anything.
No.
But you're not that kind of guy.
He's selective now.
He's very selective.
That's right, I'm
Next month,
I
it
bet you,
could,
man.
could be different.
What is your love language?
Like words of affirmation and touch.
We have to hype. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. You, because I've just been saying critical things to him the entire time.
True, yes.
But I kind of,
I'm sorry. Okay, let's change it.
well, no, like you brought up words of affirmation. So like growing up, I was always like kind of entrepreneurial and things like that.
Of course.
And my parents were like, no, you need to go to college, you need to do this, you need to do that. And never got, especially from my dad, any like, when my first business was successful or never heard it from him. Ever.
Me too.
Not till this day. It was always what I did wrong, what
Yeah.
didn't live up to his expectation.
I know exactly what you mean.
And the sad thing about that is
It's the same story.
So I just accepted it. It's just like
Very
that's how he is. I'm not going to change him. He's been this way for eons.
Right. Join the story, yeah.
See, the sad thing about that though is he sees your success and he knows what a failure he's been. So all the words he's saying to you are things he's saying to himself, and that's the sad truth about everybody. Is all you see is the mirror that you're reflecting.
And I've tried to rectify it. I brought it up and just it didn't go anywhere. I thought, hey, I'm an adult now. Let's talk about it. And it didn't.
Oh, it's funny.
That's what he needs to heal, is his dad to say.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need to hear from my dad.
No, he doesn't need anything from anybody.
Oh.
He has the ability inside himself.
Oh.
Everyone has their own ability. So yeah.
Because I needed it from my mom.
No, your
It was
mom.
very
No,
healing.
you healed already, and your mom reflected
Oh,
your
you're
healing.
supposed to heal first, and then it comes.
Yes, that's how it works.
Hey.
But see, I tend to compartmentalize. So like if there's something that's bothering me, whatever, I put it in a box, put it on the shelf, and go work on something
Well,
else.
we gotta have to look in the boxes now.
Yeah, sometimes leave the boxes up there. I'll go work on something else.
Well.
That's my method of coping.
Eventually, the earthquake and the box falls down, opens up,
You're like, okay, gotta clean it up, but that's always been my
That's what's
my
preventing you
go-to.
from your six pack.
Could be.
I know 100% that's what it is.
If my six pack influences Zook, to have
Because you
a
healed.
six pack, I healed and I changed, and my healing changed me. And when I changed, those around me sometimes just don't follow. And so part of self-love is to realize that it's okay to let go. And
You have to let
and
go.
that's what I did. I
You
let
have
go.
to let go.
And I stress eat. I mean, I admit it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I get stressed out and
I'm over here.
Friggin'
I'm like eating these.
freaking stuff my face with things that
Right.
I shouldn't eat.
If you want to buy a box, I'm selling the boxes now. I will send you both order forms and menus.
Are you a Girl Scout?
I was not a Girl Scout, and now I'm living vicariously
You identify as a Girl
through
Scout?
the girl next to me next door. I said, we will form an alliance. I will sell all of your cookies, and I will live vicariously through you as a Girl Scout.
Fun.
Because,
That's
okay,
beautiful.
I wanted Thin Mint cookies. I'm going to talk to this guy about it. I wanted Thin Mint cookies.
She figures I'm the expert on
Well, no,
cookies.
You look
She's
like...
like, that guy's had plenty of cookies.
Have you had Girl Scout cookies before?
I have, they're the best.
Oh,
Thin Mints?
fuck.
Have you had these?
Yes, I've had Thin
This
Mints.
is crack cocaine,
I don't know about it's crack cocaine, but Thin Mints are good. Girl Scout cookies are good.
okay? When there's a Girl Scout and I can't get my crack cocaine, I am very upset.
You should go on like Amazon,
So-
eBay, try to get like last
So
year's
my
boxes.
next door neighbor...
Jen, I'm gonna need your video because my video, whatever, stops. I ran out of battery.
Oh, you don't have a charger?
I didn't charge it up, no. So,
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
Now she's in control, being the fin down.
whatever.
She's like, do you want your video?
It's supposed to be a still shot at first. Like, sorry, it's all good.
You didn't even take a still shot of me. You didn't even take a cover.
We will. So we better get some more questions answered though, before we run out of other.
I'm running her entire business. And,
Everyone wants to order Girl Scout cookies, assuming this airs before you can't get them anymore. Maybe next year's orders,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna use her to promote my real estate business.
2023.
That's what I said. This is alliance. I said, I'll sell the Girl Scout cookies for you. I will promote for you. I will handle all the orders for you as long as I can promote my real estate business in neighborhoods. And she said, okay. I said, okay.
That's brilliant.
I'm gonna get some deals from this. I'm gonna promote you. I'm gonna teach you how to sell. And so I had a $50
She's the
bill.
marketer.
I had a $50 bill in my phone, and I'm negotiating. Are you gonna negotiate with a 10-year-old? Okay, tough negotiation. I said, hi. At first I came over and showed them the mohawk, and they love the mohawk. Her mom does all this crazy stuff, and I said, hey, I want to show your mom my hair. And she's like, okay, my mom is busy. I said, okay, can I buy some Girl Scout cookies? And she's like, okay, and now I'm gonna teach her how to sell, because this is what happened. I said, I want some Thin Mints. She said, it's gonna be $5. I said, all I have is a 50. And I said, will you take quarters or can you break the 50? And she said, I will not take quarters, and I'm not gonna break the 50, come back with $5. Now the problem here is, and to all the Girl Scout cookies sellers out there, my advice for you is, when someone has $50, sell them 10 boxes of cookies.
Right.
Oh, I don't have change. You have a 50, that's 10 boxes,
She's
right?
right,
And that's
so
what
it's
I
all-
wanted. I had to like go back and be like, I will just give you $50. Like, let's
But
go.
she's a kid though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, give her a break.
But this is
Like
when
what, 10?
I want to
Not her
teach
feelings.
girls how to do business at 10 years old.
She's your sub.
I'm her assistant. I'm actually other people's subs. I'm like, this is his show. I'm here to assist you.
We would have known it.
She's your servant.
Yeah.
I am your servant. Yes.
Faithful servant.
Faithful. Past relationships are unsolved childhood traumas. And I just had relationships where people criticized me and were drunks all the time. And that's why I just stopped. That's actually why I don't want to get married and have kids.
I wonder if that'll change as you know.
I know, that's what I'm
You
wondering
think you
too.
might get healed of that, and then your opinion may change?
I don't know.
I think it takes the right person. I really do. Which is why I kind of like decided like I didn't kind of, I actually did. I'm like, I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna get snipped. Someone could, you know, persuade me to have another kid.
Or two,
Awesome.
or three.
How many more? Want another 5?
6 pack.
How long am I gonna live? I don't know.
Forever.
Well, we got the planner for that.
That's
so, am I invited back?
It depends if the picture goes back up or not.
I'll second that motion.
It's called vandalism.
Yeah, you vandalized his property.
So it's
Okay.
up in the air. Unless you have a legitimate reason, like you're like
So why did the picture come down?
Yeah, like I feel.
Because I wanted to invite Eric back on for our next.
When Eric comes, we'll take it off. If you don't want him to see it, there's no problem at all.
That's if Eric ever comes.
Yeah, I'll invite him.
We try to get Eric to go to our monthly luncheons, and we've tried for 3 years, and he's come once.
Because it's in Grass Valley. Yeah, if that's the only reason,
That's it.
I'll hide it when he comes. No problem. Yeah. And I respect that. I mean, you have a personal relationship with the person, then yeah, no problem at all.
Cool. So let me know when I'm coming back
Well,
and talking to Eric.
Well, I'll get Eric. I'll call him after this today and just say, hey, want to come on our show? He may not want to. This may hurt his image because he's working with like a lot of like high-end investors doing syndications and stuff like that. I'll leave it up to him.
Okay, it's up to
Yeah.
him.
Yep. But I will send
And
the invitation out to him.
okay, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Of course.
Where are male pheromones excreted and where are female hair pheromones excreted? Do you guys know the difference?
I believe that male pheromone are that they're excreted through like BO, like sweat, like it's just like the manly like armpit sweat.
What do you think?
That sounds pretty good.
And what about for women?
This I do not know.
I would think like maybe through
The neck.
the neck and then their hair and no.
But like that
I feel that's the wrong
that
answer.
musky man smell, like that, like he's like a construction worker who's been like working all day long, like that is like the attraction, like not like nasty BO, like the homeless guy down the river by her place.
Not like peeing on yourself.
No, but like you just like you hard day's work and like that's very attractive to women, and it's like that's a pheromone that comes off.
What's the
That's
answer?
Yeah, what's the answer, Jen?
Okay, so men excrete pheromones at their chest.
Okay.
And so when it's Topless Talk, Ryan is like taking off his shirt and like putting out his pheromones from his chest, making him more attractive.
Fanning it, yeah.
Where women actually excrete their pheromones from the top of their head.
Oh, it was close.
So that's why they always want a guy that's taller because he's going to be more attracted to her because he's smelling his her pheromones out of the top of their
And you're
head.
smelling his chest pheromones.
That makes sense.
And that's the bonding drugs.
I thought they wanted a man who was taller because they had a bigger dick because he was taller.
It's actually because he's going to love her more because he can smell her top of her hair where the pheromones
I
are.
wonder if that's why Cleaner Screamer is, because she's 5'1", I'm 5'10".
That's why.
Yeah, because she is like.
She's probably like right about
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And she is. I don't say smitten. That's probably not a very.
Smitten!
Smitten.
It's not,
Smitten.
not an appropriate, terminology, but yeah, like yeah.
We're British. Smitten.
Smitten.
Cool. So yeah, that now you're seeing that is true.
For sure, definitely.
Thanks. Yep, that's all my questions I had for you guys.
Oh wow.
If you want to go over your relationship goals every month, we could do that too.
The goals I do not have. I live my relationship goals one day at a time.
I think I just want to be happier.
Yeah.
I'm struggling
Okay.
with being happy.
Oh, it's because you had that childhood trauma.
That and other things.
What would make you happy this month that you could do in March? One thing.
Buy a house.
We got a few of those. Sell a house? No.
Buy a house, I'm sure.
I
Even if you
think
need to buy a house, yes.
I feel like if there's something I want, I can make the decision, just go do it.
Do you not feel that way?
No.
Why?
Would you mind sharing what you shared with me about? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think I just did by saying that.
So, as Ryan has found himself, what him and I were talking about the other week ago was And the way this started off is one of the guests up here, I won't say who, before the show started, I had used the little men's room for a second. And she decided that was the opportunity where she was going to show because she felt more comfortable with Brian. And so.
I don't think that was it. I don't think it was it. She was more comfortable with me than you. She just goes, do I have to do this before or after? I'm like, you can do it before and after. She's like, okay. So she took off her top.
And so we were midway through the show, and then it comes up, there's a picture on the wall. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I didn't really care. And so him and I were talking about afterwards, I says, you know, I'm jealous in a way. And it wasn't the jealousy that, hold on, it's probably not what you thought.
Okay.
You're probably thinking I'm jealous of that particular girl. Nothing to do with the girl at all. Jealous that.
What is it that you're jealous about?
He's gonna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm listening.
Jealous that Ryan decided he wanted to make a change and made that change pretty darn immediate.
In a heartbeat.
He owned it,
Yes.
he executed it,
It's true.
and I'm jealous I can't do that right now.
Like I said, I'm done. I'm out. Immediately bought a house, bought a condo, and have had girls over there like the very next day.
Probably not the answer you were expecting. Huh?
Whoa!
She thought it was about the particular girl. I was like, I could care less about the girl.
No, I think Zoo can get any woman that he has a desire to get.
So that's why
In his
that's
current
one thing I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the flexibility that I have to just make a move like that, just yet.
Why not?
He has more entanglements than I do.
Yeah.
Mine was just out.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you want to make your decision to change?
I would like to make it today.
Okay. You're getting lucky today. You're making a change today.
I got the book.
We got the book.
The planner.
I got the plan to lose weight.
No, a 6-pack.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
We're not just losing weight.
Because he got a 6-pack, you can get a 6-pack.
I'll
If
introduce
Ryan
you
could do
to
it,
Mauro.
you
So I
can
need
do
to be like Ryan.
I'll introduce you to my guy.
Kinda.
No, be you. Be who you are.
That's.
I'm just concerned about your health, and I want you to be around for a long time, and I really care about you.
I think in the short future, when I'm able to execute on what I want, I'll be happier.
Execute.
I can't.
Why?
I'm not gonna talk about it here.
Yeah, no, this is not appropriate for.
Not appropriate.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
tell you
well-
after.
Yeah.
I'm here to help when you're ready. You
I'll tell
don't
you.
want to talk about it. We'll put a plan into action, and whenever you're
I'll
ready
tell you
to
that.
change, we will change. And
So there
I'm
are
here to
there are
help.
some things where we do have boundaries where, you know, when it affects somebody else in a very not healthy way, we don't bring that on the show. Relationship wise, like we bring that on the show, like, you know, obviously.
You don't have to talk about
No
anything you don't want to talk
relationship.
about. I'm not going to force anybody, but I'm here to help in any way that I can be your assistant in your transformation.
Well, I appreciate that
I
very much.
am happy to help.
Talk
And then
very
number
much.
one, I'm going to eat all the
Actually,
Girl
you know what?
Scout
I'm
cookies.
gonna bring it up. Mike, or Zoom, I'm gonna go ahead and tell her. It's Eric Blue. Just kidding. That's nothing weird. Okay.
I was like,
She-
I had
she-
moved my microphone. Like,
She's ready to run out the door.
That has
what?
nothing to do with
These plot twists.
Just to see if you were paying attention.
Yeah, I
You
know.
were. Congratulations, you win the prize.
That's right.
What's the prize?
The banana.
The banana,
I
yeah.
ate it.
She already ate it all.
You could do something with the eggplant, I'm sure.
Oh. That wouldn't fit.
You're assuming.
I'm,
We're all thinking about it too. Like,
I'm
well,
pretty confident. Yeah.
okay.
No comment.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that, we will go ahead and
Woo!
wrap this up. Anything else you guys want to chat about before we?
Excellent show, Captain.
My goals for March.
All right. Let's hear your goals for March. We talked about mine. 2K subs.
My own podcast. So Ryan is. I want to know
I
how
will be a guest on
you
this. Yes.
how you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 microphones because I started my own podcast and what that is and
I saw that actually.
and I need help. I want to do my own podcast and I would like to see your setup and get
You
a
look
more
at it.
The
understanding.
setup's much better than the old one.
Because
Sucked.
what is that what controls it? And
This is
that
a
how
mixer. Yeah.
it? Okay,
So I have my old mixer, Jen. Was that something you would like?
I would love that.
I will gift it to you.
Thank you.
I'll gift you my mixer.
Oh my gosh.
Aw.
Yeah.
You gonna sign it? You should sign the back of it.
Um,
You'll sign it.
Okay, so
I am so
it's a good luck.
touched.
So I'll gift you my mixer. You'll just have to go buy microphones. These microphones.
I have one so far, but I do want to do
This
more.
whole getup right here, I think, is like $30 on Amazon.
Okay.
And you just get it and you plug it in. You gotta like buy this and like the headphones and stuff like that. But the mixer, like, I'll definitely help you with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's right here, so yeah, I'll give it to you.
That's one of my goals was, I was like mad. I was like, they didn't invite me back. Blah, blah, blah. Well, fine. I'm gonna start my own podcast.
So you got your healing now. You get your
We
mixer.
don't invite anybody back actually. Like, except the Hood Rats. I didn't. Oh, that's what I affectionately named that.
That they were definitely the hood rats.
But when
We were in the hood, and we were definitely surrounded by the rats.
Yeah. So I forgot. I probably should like clean that one up because that's what I have it saved on my computer.
So what-
You had hood rats back and you didn't have me back.
It's because Hood Rats promised to bring boobs. You know, they had more boobs. So like, the first round had boobs, and then like we're gonna bring more boobs the next time. I'm like, hell yeah! So if you bring more boobs, you're always welcome on the show.
You need more boobs.
Except
okay.
we were scouring very, very, very sketchy places of Yuba County.
Yeah, this was back when, so truth be told, I mean, this all comes out. You know, when we first started the show, we were like, we gotta get some credibility. So how do we do this? Well, we gotta find homeless people and prostitutes that are willing to come on the show for money, that we can get their boobs on the wall, so that so the real people come on, like they'll feel like so bad, like, oh, we got a lot of it. This is cool.
Hi, how's it going?
So yeah, our first couple of interviews were people like, and this is why I waited to air it all out, because I'm not, and you don't know which they are because they're not in order. So some of them are not in order at all. Yes.
Okay.
So this is the truth coming out. But I mean, it's called paper motion, right? All right. So with that,
He's gonna help me. Ryan Nichols gonna help me with one of my goals in March to start my own podcast.
Maybe that should be one of the shows we show it, get it set up for.
yeah, your own show.
And my friend
Behind the scenes.
Stan already named it Next Gen.
I love that. by the
That's
way.
good.
That is a
Isn't
really.
he? That was a good name.
And this
Good
is-
job, Stan.
And this is the next gen.
It is.
She is now the new and improved, which means she's the next gen.
That's it.
And there will be a next gen after this, because there's always improvement.
There is.
Bam.
Word. Bad the ugly.
I didn't see you on iTunes.
Not yet. Not till I have 25.
Okay, you're gonna teach me that too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh.
So yeah, I want to have 25 interviews, and then we'll do it.
Cool.
Peace.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome. That's a wrap. There's cookie crumbs everywhere.
We'll do lunch. I'll tell you more about it.
Okay. Cool.
It's teaching me personal growth.
Shit fell off again.
Huh?
It kept dying. I must run out of space. That's probably what happened. I ran out of battery life.
Time for a bigger phone.
I know I need to get one that's just 200 something gigs. It's just not enough. And I'm like tapping out. I need to like.
A terabyte phone.
I know. I will.
So I need to tell you about something.
What's up?
So I had a great birthday with my family.
Yeah.
Is that phone still running?
Oh yeah. You
Turn it
can-
off.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.